Good Monday morning, February 17th, 2020. I wrote a blog this morning. I hadn't written one in a while. I was going to write about Valentine's Day because I think that's a very kind of a big thing to us widowed folk. But then I noticed it was Widower Day 666, and I had just gone to Salem, Massachusetts last weekend. So I figured maybe I'd start with writing about that. Also figure it's Monday morning. Maybe you don't want to read. Maybe it might be a bit much for you. So I'm gonna read it for you, I guess. We'll see how it goes. Okay, Widower Day 666. Creepy, because I just went to Salem last week. Oh yeah, and disregard the state of my hoodie and all that fun stuff. It is Monday morning, and just be glad you don't have smell-o-vision right now. Widower Day 666. I think like everyone else, I wish I could just drop everything, pack a bag, load the car, and experience wanderlust again for a while instead of plugging away at the grind. Not that things have been absolutely horrible. I haven't been getting punched in the nuts when I wake up every morning or anything like that, but it does get a little tiring when you constantly feel overwhelmed, are constantly trying to figure things out, and life keeps showing you that there are things you have control over, and there are things that you don't. So I'm just going to keep plugging away at routines for right now, keep an eye on what I have control over, and maybe try to create some new routines. Like ones where I have to brush my teeth at a rest stop in a hotel, or next to my tent would be fun, or in my schoolhouse. I have no plans of letting go of my schoolhouse. Got to have home to come back to. The past couple of weeks have been good, filled with some good things. My lady friend and I went to Salem, Mass last week to get out of Dodge, see the ocean, and check out some witches. The witches weren't actually a main focal point. One thing I love about the East Coast is its history. Yes, we have some pretty horrendous history in this country, but everywhere does. It's fun to walk around a town made up of old brick buildings and wooden houses where you can read about what took place on that spot hundreds of years ago. Even though they weren't good times. I guess that's how we learn not to do those things again, or not let them happen again. For me, it's weird doing things with someone who isn't Kateri. But that's the whole balancing new life and old life. I mean, I still want to experience life, sometimes with someone else, sometimes by myself. But mainly, I don't want to keep trying to recreate the experiences I had with Kateri because those times are simply memories of a different life now. Even if they were or are really, really good memories. I want new experiences for my new life. Experiences like going to the Peabody Essex Museum. Peabody? Or the Salem Witch Museum. I still want to walk around towns, look at the architecture or old-ass homes where the doors don't have any right angles anymore. I want to go into magic shops and get in trouble for taking pictures because they sell really important and magical things. I want to have fun and say things like, these are the trees where they hung all the witches, when walking through a town green, not knowing if there was any truth to that statement. I still want to live life, not knowing if the... Not knowing, I just skipped sentences there. Live life and focus on the good things once in a while and push the bad to the side for a bit, here and there. I was going to go into some other things I've been doing over the last couple of weeks, like the fact that I've started going through the house slowly, or the fact that I've started my book. Yay! An even slower start. But I've got a file folder with words in it. But it's my Sunday on a Monday, and I've got things to do. All in all, I feel I've been doing okay. Going through the cabinet in the living room was rewarding. It's interesting what you find in boxes. This one had old computers. No, I didn't turn them on to look at pics or anything, although I wanted to. CDs from decades ago, chords, an old picture from me of me from 2007. A ticket from our New York City Christmas in 2012, the Rockettes. Kateri wanted to be a Rockette. It was awesome. Toys my mom gave Kateri over the years, and underwear. Yep, you just never know what you'll find. But you've got to open the box first to see what's in it. Otherwise, it's just a box taking up space. Widower notes and thoughts. Dating as a widower is a huge, complicated thing. For all you widowed people out there, just be true and honest to yourself and the other person. And fuck whatever issues and opinions other people have about it. They really don't have any idea of what you are going through. It's hard to balance the wanting to spend time with someone, but also wanting and needing to spend time alone. Again, it's complicated. Sleep is still a strange thing. During the work week, I do okay-ish, 5 to 7 hours of sleep, depending. I generally wake up on the couch between 2:23 and 3:47. Yeah, pretty specific times. On the weekends. And then crawl into bed so that I can have that feeling of waking up in bed. No matter what, it's better than waking up on the couch, even if it's a couple hours. Cake pops. No matter what, they make things better. Unless you have diabetes. Then they probably aren't that great for you. 666 days in, it's still hard to come to terms with the fact that Kateri isn't here. I miss her. I miss our life. I miss our future. And when I think about it, it makes me cry. At this point, though, I generally cry alone. Wow, that sounds ridiculously sad. Remember, we are surrounded by both the good in the world and the bad. It's up to us to decide on which to focus on and when. We aren't helpless. Sometimes we can do things that are actually helpful to ourselves and others without much effort. I haven't worn my wedding ring for 16 days. Yeah, that's weird. The beard is getting a little old and itchy, but I just can't get rid of it yet because it's still kind of fun. Yeah, I hope you have a good day. P.S. You can follow the blog if you want, I promise. Unless you're a dick. Then you can follow some other blog. Yeah, you don't need to follow this blog. Yeah, I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. And yeah, talk to you later, I guess. Bye.